Hello and welcome back, friends. So myself, Vikas Shakya, we are going to discuss about the holy signs, the part two of the holy signs. And let me tell you that I have not yet started chapter number one of the holy signs. We are just understanding the very basic concept related to the zodiac signs. In the previous video, we discussed about like how the sun, along with all its stars, along with all its planets, revolves around the center, center of the sun. There is a center of the sun as well, around which this sun, so entire solar system revolves around. And it also passes through, moves through a point which is known as the Vishnu navel, right? So that we all have discussed in the previous video. You must need to go through that video first before you can watch this video, because without understanding that particular video you cannot understand any other video. So every video in this playlist is related to the next video. Without understanding video number n minus 1, you cannot understand the video n, right? That's very clear. And this book is really important to understand the basic concepts of the spiritualism, and also all those concepts which really haunts all of you, like what is how, what are yugas, how the yuga cycles change, how the changes occur, right? So all those things we must need to understand. So this book really helps in that. So in the previous video, we saw that how a solar system revolves around its center, and also it passes nearby one of the points which is known as the Vishnu's navel. So today we are going to discuss about the sun sign, moon sign, and the Lagna Rashi. You might have heard about these terms. What is sun sign? What is moon sign? What is your Lagna Rashi? So all these you might have discussed somewhere. You might have discussed in your family, right? You might be aware about these things. What is sun sign? What is moon sign? So that we are going to discuss, because along with the sun sign, moon sign, we have to discuss the zodiac of the uh, you know path of the solar system, right? The entire solar system also revolves around its center. So just like our solar system, our earth revolves around the sun, and based on the position of the sun and the earth, we decide like what is the sun sign, or what is the moon sign, or what is the Lagna Rashi of a particular person. Similarly, the entire solar system, which is revolving around its center, for that as well, for solar system as well, it is decided that in which particular era or in which particular age we are rightly now, right? So that we will discuss in the next video. But today we are going to discuss about the sun sign, moon sign, and Lagna Rashi of of the common people on this earth. Okay, so let us discuss about the sun sign. But before that, let me tell you about the nakshatras, right? So you know that there is a sun. Suppose this is the sun, and your Earth revolves around the sun in a fixed orbit. There is an orbit around which, along which, this Earth revolves around the sun, right? So this entire orbit is divided into 12 different parts. Each part, among these 12 parts, there are 27 nakshatras. Their different names are there. So 27 nakshatras, they are totally divided among these 12 parts of this orbit. So you can understand this like this. Like this complete orbit has been divided into 12 parts, and among these 12 parts, 27 nakshatras has been divided. So these 27 nakshatras basically uh, creates a specific shape. So based on that shape, your Rashi is decided, right? Like I am from the Leo sun sign. So there is a nakshatra, there is a set of stars in the nakshatra which creates the shape of a lion. That is why when I was born, the sun was in front of that particular nakshatra, and that is why my sun sign is Leo, right? And my moon rashi, or you can say moon sign, could be something else. My Lagna Rashi was Dhanu, right? So how these are all decided, that we are going to just discuss. I'm not going to tell you much about the astrology. This is not the astrology related playlist. It's all we are discussing because we have to understand few basic concepts, right? Because that will help you to understand the later concepts that we will discuss in the next video. Before we start chapter number one, we must have to understand few important concepts, and that is why I'm making these videos. So let me tell you that around the Sun, our Earth, revolves in an orbit, right? And that orbit has 27 nakshatras. Each nakshatra is divided into four subparts. So overall, 27 into 4 becomes 108. So there are 108 equal parts around this orbit, right? Which is, around this sun, which is in front of this sun, right? In this orbit. So around this orbit, these are divided into different parts. So this particular location, when the sun and earth are watching some nakshatra, some uh, you know uh, some set of stars, and whatever shape they are making, based on that your rasi is decided. Just like I told you that when I was born, it was Leo, it was lion, the shape of lion. There is a Leo sun sign, right? Leo sign is there, right? So that was in front of earth and sun. That is why my sun sign was Leo. Sun sign is Leo. Similarly, there must be some some set of stars in the nakshatra might be creating some specific shape, must be creating some specific shape. They must be in front of, moon, right? So whatever is in front of the moon, when I am on this earth, then that case, that particular shape is known as my moon sign, right? And and when you are looking at the horizon, right? One thing is like which particular shape is in front of sun when you are born, and the other thing is what was the set of what was that set of stars which was at the horizon and making a specific shape, right? Like in my case, it was Dhanu Lagna, right? So on the horizon, right? On the horizon, on the east side of the horizon, on the east side, on the east direction, whatever shape was there, whatever set of stars creating a particular shape which was Dhanu, whatever was there, in my case it was Dhanu. So that became my Lagna Rashi. So my Lagna Rashi is Dhanu. And you know that if you know about the Kundali, then in Kundali there are 12 bhavs, right? 12 bhavas are there. So the very first bhav is the bhav which is your Lagna Rashi, right? So my Lagna Rashi is Dhanu. So in my Kundali, the first bhav was Dhanu. Sagittarius, right? Dhanu means Sagittarius. In English, we said Sagittarius. So Sagittarius or Dhanu was my Lagna Rashi. So that was placed in the first house. That is known as the first bhav of my Kundli, right? So that is how the bhav in the Kundli, the first bhav in the Kundli is decided, and that is how your Lagna Rashi is decided. So let me revise it again. So when you are born, then in that case, whatever sign, whatever set of stars making a specific symbol, making a specific shape, was in front of sun, just in front of sun, right? That is known as your Shan sign, right? And whatever, whenever you were born, at that time, whatever shape made by the star was in front of the moon, that is known as the moonshine, right? Or Chandra Rashi, right? And you just see the horizon, just see the horizon, not in the sky, on your on top of your head. Don't see that. Just see the horizon. On the horizon, whatever was the set of stars making a particular symbol, like in my case it was Dhanu, that makes your Lagna Rashi, and that particular Lagna Rashi is placed into your first bhav, or you can say in the first house of your Kundali, right? So that is how your first bhav is decided. So how they affect your life, right? Basically, sun is the source of energy, right? So first of all, let us understand the sun, like how sun affects you. Sun is the source of life, right? Without sun, nothing can be there. So when it is the source of life, then what happens, that sun is that particular star which decides like how strong your body will be, how strong your heart will be, how strong your different organs will be, because sun in conjunction with the different different planets decides the life of your organs. I'm giving you one example. For example, your heart, your heart is totally dependent upon the Mars. So Mars plus sun, These two both decides the life of your heart. Okay. So let me tell you one interesting fact about Mars. Maybe you are aware about this, that Mars comes closer to Earth and Sun, comes closer to Earth and Sun both every 4 years, right? And after these 4 years, it again goes away from the Earth. So when the Mars is nearby and you are in the womb of your mother, you have been conceived, right? And during that period, if the Mars is far away from the Earth and you are conceived, you are in the womb of your mother, then in that case, the enzymes, the enzymes which governs your heart functionality are those enzymes which governs your heart functionality, makes it strength, makes it strong. All those particular enzymes will not be strengthened, and that is why the life of your heart will not be that that much, just like a normal person. You need to take care of your heart after a certain age. Like whosoever has this kind of kundli, where the Mars was away from the Earth and Sun both, and they were conceived at that time, then in their kundli, you will be able to see one suggestion that after the age of 35 years, they must need to take care of their heart, right? So these are the things which impacts your complete body. So these things are not a joke. People say that these kind of planets, how they can impact our life. They forget the fact that if you don't get enough sunlight, you become deficient in the vitamin D. How that happens if that does, if these planets and if these things doesn't impact you, you say that these are non-living things. They give you life and you are saying that they are non-living things. They have their own consciousness, which we don't know, which we don't understand, but if they give us life, they have a certain consciousness, right? So all those things impact us, whatever are around us in this solar system. So the Mars is totally governing the health of our heart, right? So if you are conceived during the period when the Mars was away from the Earth and the Sun, then in that case your heart will remain, weak. And after 35 or 40 years of age, you need to take care of your heart. You cannot be take it for granted, or you cannot take it lightly after a certain age, if this was the condition. If you don't believe these things, do it your way and you will feel the difference. You will find the problems that I'm telling you. The astrology is not a joke, it's a complete science. It's a complete science in the sense that when you are conceived and when you are in the womb of your mother, then these planets along with sun, they are doing the coating for you. They are coating your body. Coating means they um, just like we do the electrical coating, or you can say the plating of some kind of uh, you know gold plating, something like that, right? So similarly, uh, these particular planets along with the sun, they do their they do your plating, right? They create yourself, they create you, right? So that is why these planets along with the sun are making an impact on your body. So from the time you are conceived, that time is also really important in astrology. So when a astrologer makes a kundli, he just doesn't make your kundli based on your when you are born. He also has to look when you could have been conceived, how much time it takes for a human body to come out of the mother's womb, right? So all those things are taken care while making the kundli, while making your chart, right? So these are the things you need to take care of. You need to understand before you say that all this is rubbish, which is known as astrology. This is not rubbish. This is all a complete science. So let us move ahead. So sun decides like what kind of personality you could have, what kind of person you could have based on your uh, you know uh, body strength, right? Because we know that in a healthy body resides a healthy mind. So healthy body also decides like what kind of personality you could have, right? Now come to the moon sign. Moon is the representative of the mind. This we say it mind, mana. In Hindi, we say it mana, manas, right? So moon sign decides the mind. So moon sign decides like how stable your mind would be, how stable you are with your mind. It all depends on the moon sign. The stability of your mind is decided by the moon sign, whatever moon sign you have. So, based on the characteristics of that particular sign, your mind stability is decided. So, you can read about these things if you are very interested in the astrology. Otherwise, I'm not going to tell you in this particular playlist or in this channel because I'm not that well versed, but I have the basic understanding of the astrology. That's why I'm telling you because I just understood those concepts which could help me to explain these concepts better, which are given in this book, right? And now come to the Lagna sign. Lagna sign decides like how you impact the world around you. That is all decided by your Lagna Rashi, right? You can use any app. There are number of apps available on the internet, like Astro Sage is one of them. There are other apps as well, which helps you to find out the different constellations. That is really an interesting app. You can put that. I don't know the name of that app. I really don't. I'm not able to recall the name of that app. But if you have that app, then in that case, you can see the various constellation, and you can see that in this time, when in the time of August, you can see that Leo or the lion is in front of the sun always. So that is why any person who is born in the August from the 23rd of July till 23rd of August, he will be of sun sign Leo. You might have seen this thing, and based on the sun sign, you might have read about your daily predictions and on the astrology channels, right? So that is how it is decided. So Lagna Rashi, Moon Rashi, sun sign, Surya Rashi, or you can say, so all these are really important to understand before we move ahead into the next video to find out like how the Rashi of the solar system is decided, right? Entire solar system means our sun along with all its planets, including our Earth. So, how the Rashi of that particular solar system, our particular solar system is decided. So, that we will discuss in the next video, and we will go deep into the concept like how the yuga cycles are decided and how the misconception happened around the age of the yugas. Like Kali Yuga is supposed to be 4,32,000 years, right? But why this is not correct? Why this era in which we are living, why that era is known as Dwapar era? Why it should be a Dwapar era, not the Kali Yuga, not the Kali era? That we are going to discuss in the next video. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye. And please like, subscribe, and share my videos if you like it. And we'll meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye. Jai Shri Ram.